always believed in the back of my head, I was like, we were born with ears and a mouth, so we were meant to talk and listen to other people.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe that it's so much easier, and this is from my own personal experience and what I see with people that I'm blessed to support, is it's so much easier when you have a guide, when you have a mentor, when you have a coach, when you have, a therapist or whatever it is, whoever it
Mm,
is that you're working with. Sometimes you're lucky to have friends, and sometimes when you start this work, the life that's around you doesn't reflect who it is that you're becoming. So
mhm.
so if you don't have, so for people listening, if you're thinking, wow, I don't have anybody in my life right now like that, know that there are people out there. There are people out there. Yeah.
Yeah, and know that it's going to be okay. And
Yeah.
you're worthy and loved of taking that step,
Yeah.
and there's energy out there to match what, where you want to go,
Yeah.
and no matter who you become, just to find that love and acceptance. And it wasn't something that I was like, I'm going to find a friend today. It was like, I'm going to go hang out with my pastor today. So it's just it organically
Mhm.
happened for me. But now that I see it, I intentionally make sure that I have those pieces
Mm.
with me as I continue the role to, I call myself like, I'm an everyday superhero. I know how to save my day every day, but
Yeah.
that's because I have the support.
Yeah.
I consciously choose to find people who lift me up and unconditionally love me and can offer me that different perspective. Like that trusted adult, right? Is so incredible to have. So just that sounding board, and then someone who can say like, have you ever thought about this? Yeah. Like in a part of my journey, I had found a second friend,
Mm.
and I got in a fight with my first friend. And I've never been in a fight with a
Mm.
best friend before. And I was, as you could probably imagine, not having a history of managing my emotions. I let myself go the complete opposite way. I just was distraught. I cried for like hours and hours.
Mm.
I didn't know what to do. I'm like, because that was my friend. That was my one friend. And so my other friend called me and he's like, Heidi, have you ever thought that you like Mary? And I was like, yeah, of course I like Mary. She's my best friend. Like I tell her everything, and even inappropriate things, because we're just like besties.
Yeah.
And we're like girls' weekends and all this stuff. But and he's like, no, you really like her. And I was like, well, of course. I spent like $15 on salads for her like every other week for our play dates. I'm not going to go to buy a Panera salad for someone who I don't like. Right. I mean, serious. And he's like, no, you really like her.
Like, Heidi, you really like her.
Like her. And I was like, what? So having those, having those trusted friends can really offer that. I'd never
Yeah.
thought about that my whole life. I'd been trying, I was kind of like this star-shaped peg trying to fit in this square hole.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just having, that support is so critical. We're not meant to just be here alone.
Yeah, and those people to mirror to us, right? To mirror
Mm-hmm.
and to see us in the fullness of who we are and who we could be as well. When sometimes we have a hard time seeing that for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you get on that journey, then you start to realize, oh, maybe I am a verbal processor. So then the friends are even more important. You're like, I just need you to listen to all this crazy coming at you. I'll
Yeah.
figure it out, but you
Yeah.
just got to stay with me.
That's right.
So knowing yourself to that point is so helpful, because
Yeah.
when I talk with my wife, she's like, so do you want my input or you want me to listen this time?
Mm.
So it's just so important. Like, so I'm, right off the bat, I set the intention. I was like, just listen to the crazy.
Yeah.
It's all good. Can I get you a drink while you do that? Okay.
That is a such a powerful, I think, and key relationship tip, is to be able to let your partner know what you need in the moment, and to actually, what I find is really helpful too is to do that before you're in that moment. So if the crazy's coming out, you want to kind of have set that up beforehand. Okay, so honey, when this happens, here's a couple of options of what I might need, and I will let you know. So then they're kind of like, okay, I'm prepared. I know how to handle this. And it relaxes their nervous system, and then you're more likely to get what you need in that moment, and then they feel good because they can be giving you what you need and be that loving partner.
Yeah. Yeah. That totally, when you were sharing that, it reminded me of I don't know why, a badminton match, right? It's like, all right, I'm going to serve underhand. So here you go. I'm going to lob it to you. And
Yeah.
then they're like, all right, so am I going to lob it back? Yes. All right. So we're going to have a nice, versus today, I'm like, so some days you're like, no, I'm going to smash it in your face and don't be offended.
Yeah.
So, right. Setting that expectation that it might be a spicy day and I'm going to smash it in your face. And then I'm going to go in my car for a drive because the rest will come out
Yeah.
without you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just having that expectation is so,
Yeah.
so powerful. And when I started, um, my parents never fought growing up. It was like they didn't argue. There weren't raised voices unless my oldest brother was probably eating too much late night snacks, or he would like always smush this bread, all of our loaf of bread into like one piece, and then we wouldn't have any bread left for lunch the next day. But other than that, like it was a peaceful. We had a very, very, very calm house, and so when I got into a space into my marriage, right, so I'd be very avoidant and placating. But then when I started my relationship with my girlfriend, and she would say, hey Heidi, I need to talk with you about something tonight. And so then I like started freaking out. I was like, oh my god, she's gonna break up with me. What did I do wrong? Oh, meltdown, meltdown, meltdown. And then she'd be like, oh, I just wanted to talk about dinner for the weekend. Oh, wow,
Like,
I just
wow,
wasted
that,
a whole day of my life.
yeah.
At least the house is clean.
Yeah.
So, so
Oh,
yeah, those expectations are so vitally important in any close relationship, whether friendship or
yeah.
a
Yeah.
partnership.
Mm.